It's, it's me, your ex. I know I'm probably the last person you'd want to hear from, and I don't even know if you have my number saved anymore. Heck, it's a miracle you haven't blocked my number already. But still, I guess I just wanted to talk to you. I'm going to do something really horrible tomorrow. I know. It won't be a simple heist on a bank or breaking villains out of prison like I normally do. This time, it will be even worse than everything I've done so far. And by the time I'm done, any semblance of peace this city had will probably be gone. I know what you're thinking. You're probably wondering why on earth I'm even telling you all this. But please, just hear me out. Do you remember what I told you before we broke up? I told you I had something I wanted to do, didn't I? And that it was something I had to do alone. I remember you asking me what it was I wanted to do, but I left without ever answering your question. For the longest time, I wondered if I should tell you. But now that it's come to this, I don't think there'll be a better time than any to do so. The thing I wanted to do was avenge my parents. A year after we became heroes, I found out my parents didn't die in an accident while out on a mission, like it was reported in the news. They were murdered. A week before their deaths, my parents had apparently found documents proving corruption was taking place in the association, and so the association wanted them gone. And I found documents showing they hired someone to assassinate my parents. And that's not even the worst part. My parents weren't the first. Ravenborn, High Gloom, Nebula, practically almost every hero who died in an accident or has gone missing was killed by the association. All because they found out about the shady things the association was doing. I couldn't believe it at first when I read those documents. I trusted the association. They took care of me when my parents passed. It never once crossed my mind that they had something to do with their deaths. I thought long and hard about what to do with those documents afterwards. I thought about confronting the higher-ups about it, but I had a feeling that it wouldn't go too well. I then considered going to the police, but I realized that too would be useless since they have ties with the association. And uploading anything about it online wouldn't do anything since the association would just easily take it down before it made it to mainstream media. My options were limited, and I realized that if I didn't do anything sooner, I might end up like the other heroes before me. I had to do something quick. If I wanted to fight the association, if I wanted a shot at getting revenge, I needed to fight dirty, like a villain would. I never told you any of this back then because I knew that if I told you, you'd have quit the association as well. And I didn't want that. I didn't want you throwing away your dreams of becoming a hero for my sake. You know, sometimes I do think about what would have happened between us if I hadn't read any of those documents. Maybe we'd have bought a nice house together, adopted a cat or two, and traveled across the world like we talked about when we were younger. I don't know if you're still listening to this, but if you are, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for everything. I genuinely wish things didn't have to be this way. And I know you probably don't feel the same way anymore, but regardless of everything that has happened in the past and everything that will happen tomorrow, I want you to know that I still love you. You will always be my favorite person in this entire world. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you've done for me. And I'm sorry for being a selfish person. Goodbye.